Today's Tribal Council is coming to you live from Patski's sister's garage. There's a car parked next to me. I am mid errand. As you can see, I have been taking my clothes off the line, and something very interesting was brewing in the kitchen with my sister and I talking before this. And it pertains to obligation, it pertains to this constant pressure all around in our lives to have to live our lives by other people's frameworks, by other people's rules, by other people's understanding of what equals the right thing and what equals how dare you show up like that. So the thing is this that I am realizing, and the reason I'm bringing this up is it's because it's a very big theme that is part of why it has been such an issue for me to show up online and to show up consistently in spaces where it's, pertaining to visibility and pertaining to really allowing myself to come forward in my truth, right? So this little glitch is about how there's this little story in my head that if I just suck it up and do the thing now that makes me want to roll my eyes and be like, oh, why do I have to do this again? If I suck it up and do it now, later on, it'll make things a little bit better. But that is not always the case. When somebody else's rule book says something along the lines of it doesn't matter what you do to show up, it's actually never going to touch sides or be good enough. It makes it so that you play this game with yourself. Another car, that's right. I'm in the garage. It's happening just like this today. So we do this thing. My friends told me to stop doing this. So I have a very dirty habit of doing this thing where I think that I'm saving myself a lot of energy by being like, I'll just suck it up and do the thing, you know? Now, and later on, this person will realize that, I'm really doing this to show up in the best way that I know how. That is not how the rules work. The rules work like this: people show up how they want to show up, people believe what they want to believe, people decide about you and decide about what they believe is right and wrong, regardless of what it is, you end up deciding is your thing. Now, in an awesome world and in a utopia, it would be one giant big happy family where somewhere in the middle everybody always agreed. But man, this is a thing that gets hit on every time I come home. Every single time I come home, there is some sort of dynamic which means that I shift into this primary state of over compromising, overthinking, going round and round in circles about things that I would advise another grown adult to just be like, that's not complicated. But for me, they seem very complicated. Why? Because in the 3 videos that I posted in the last few days, I was talking about this tricky thing that happens on the inside where a lot of the decisions we make on the ground about how we want to show up in our businesses, how we want to run our marketing strategies, how we want to run our communication strategy, how we identify the difference between my do, my think, my be, my actions that I take, right? All of those things, how there is a single factor that can wobble out all of those things, and that is this very primal need for belonging, this very primal need to have those that we care for approve of us, high five us, feel like, I don't know, like make us feel like, okay, well, they're proud of us and they really love us and they accept us and they accept not just what we do, but how we do it and blah, 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 blah. And I don't think that it's a coincidence that every time I take a deeper step into owning my truth, understanding how I'm going to follow through with it, something in my personal life that seems completely unrelated, like a simple family relationship, will come and hit on that bruise. It could be a friendship for you. Sometimes it is my friendships as well. It'll hit on a bruise that just keeps prodding on this little thing that is like, are you Show that you are willing to rock the boat for everybody else, to do just what you really want to do. Are you really going to follow through with the thing that you feel is best for you? You're going to just say the thing that you feel is best for you. You're going to run your business the way you think is best for you, even if everybody else disagrees, even if you upset everybody and rock the boat. And while I always want to be like, yes, of course I will, the truth is, I really suck at this. I'm incredibly diplomatic to a fault. So, my glitch in my matrix is this. And what I'm being mindful about is observing these little things, these little ways in which I have these mini collapses. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal. I'll just do the thing that is just over here and makes me not want to, makes me feel like that. Every time I do that, I'm realizing something of this ripples through in how I show up in my business. And I'm being so mindful of catching it and nipping it in the bud that I'm a little bit like, no, we just can't keep perpetuating this same old energy anywhere in my life. It's so much harder than it seems. It's so much harder than we make it out to sound when we are doing life in front of, lights, camera, action. That's actually why I'm doing this video in this garage, because I'm like, I'm mid-errand, and all that's running through my mind is, how am I acting like a 3-year-old, still trying to compromise and balance out, making sure that everybody's happy at the end of the day, when actually I know what I need to do. And what I'm thinking beyond that is, how is this behavior in my personal life showing up in my business? That's my question for you, I guess. How are these microscopic ways in which you compromise to appease others in your family, your loved ones, your inner circle? How are these microscopic ways that you concertina yourself and shapeshift to be palatable for them? How are they showing up in your business? That's all.